The clash between Liverpool and Manchester City promises to be one of the most electrifying moments of the season, and at the centre of all this anticipation stands Hugo Ekitike, the young French forward who has been winning the hearts of Reds fans since his arrival at the club. With Alexander Isak still struggling with physical issues, manager Arne Slot is expected to place his full trust once again in Ekitike, who is currently enjoying a moment of growth and confidence. The challenge, however, is far from simple. Standing in their way is the mighty Manchester City, led by Erling Haaland, the man who seems to turn every touch of the ball into a goal. Since landing at Anfield, Ekitike has displayed a striking personality. Far from being intimidated by the pressure of wearing the red shirt, the Frenchman has shown a fierce appetite for improvement. And he does not hide his admiration for Haaland, one of the most lethal strikers on the planet. In a recent interview, he revealed that there is something specific about the Norwegian's playing style that fascinates him and that he would like to incorporate into his own game. He's probably been the best striker in the world for a few years now, Ekitike told the Daily Mail. I think if I could take something from his game, it would be this: the ability to decide a match even when you barely touch the ball. It's really impressive. Those words reveal more than respect. They show a genuine desire for growth. Ekitike doesn't just want to be a good player. He wants to become a decisive striker, someone who instills fear in defenders, even in moments when he seems quiet. He studies Haaland with a student's eye, admiring his composure, positioning, and the almost instinctive way he attacks space. Even when he's not heavily involved in the game, you always feel like a goal is near. That's what I want to learn, added the Frenchman. The setting couldn't be more symbolic: Liverpool versus Manchester City, Ekitike versus Haaland. On one side, the youngster striving to establish himself as Anfield's new goal machine. On the other, the Norwegian giant who has become synonymous with scoring in the Premier League. Their styles are completely different. Ekitike is more participative, moving around, dropping deep to help build play, while Haaland is a precision machine, always ready for the final blow. Yet they share one defining trait: hunger. The hunger to score, to decide matches, to leave their mark. Manager Arne Slot has been a key figure in Ekitike's development. Known for his sharp eye and ability to get the best out of young players, he has given the forward both freedom and confidence. The striker, who arrived under some skepticism, has turned criticism into applause and is now seen as one of Liverpool's most promising prospects for the years ahead. Slot, for his part, has shown great managerial skill, balancing the pressure for results with the individual development of his players. It's no exaggeration to say that the Frenchman has been one of the pleasant surprises of the season. His quick adaptation to the intensity of the Premier League has impressed even those who doubted his signing. And even when facing formidable opponents, he has shown character, treating every match as an opportunity to learn and evolve. Now, against Haaland City, he will have the chance to prove that his admiration for the Norwegian does not prevent him from standing toe-to-toe with him. Liverpool, meanwhile, are looking to rediscover the brilliance of recent years. After an inconsistent start to the season, the Reds finally seem to have found their rhythm again. Arne Slot's side come into this fixture on the back of 2 straight victories and are hungry for a third, something that hasn't happened since September. The defence, however, remains a concern. After a few recent lapses, the team will have to be at its absolute best to contain City's explosive attack, led by Haaland and his creative teammates.
This match, therefore, promises to be a true test of fire. For Liverpool, it represents more than 3 points. It's a chance to assert that they are still very much alive in the title race. For Ekitike, it's the opportunity to prove that he can be a protagonist on one of world football's biggest stages. A goal at the Etihad would not only thrust his name into the spotlight, but also engrave it in the hearts of supporters who long for a new hero up front. Haaland, on the other hand, lives in a different reality. Already established as a phenomenon, he continues to challenge the limits of what's possible. Even in quiet games, the Norwegian finds ways to score, whether with his head, left foot, right foot, or even his body. His physical presence intimidates, and his instinct for goal is almost supernatural. It is precisely this trait that fascinates Ekitike: the ability to decide games with minimal touches, to turn a single chance into a historic moment. While City rely on their squad's strength and Pep Guardiola's genius, Liverpool trust in Slot's tactical discipline and intensity. The Dutch coach has implemented a more dynamic style, with quick movements and constant passing triangles. He knows that to beat City, it will take not only talent, but also focus and courage. And in that regard, Ekitike stands out. He does not shy away from the big stage. On the contrary, he seems to grow under pressure. Reports from training suggest that the Frenchman has been obsessively working on his finishing, studying videos of Haaland and analyzing the Norwegian's timing and positioning before the final touch. He wants to become more lethal, more unpredictable, more composed. He wants, in short, to blend his creative instincts with a predator's precision. Watching Haaland is like attending a masterclass. He doesn't need to touch the ball much, but when he does, something happens. "That's what inspires me," he said in another part of the interview. Sunday's game could prove decisive not only for the league table, but for the narrative of the season. If Liverpool win, they gain momentum and edge closer to the top, reigniting their title hopes. And if Ekitike scores, it could mark the true turning point of his career in England, the moment when fans stop seeing him as just a promising talent and start recognizing him as a star, capable of carrying the team on his shoulders. Meanwhile, Haaland remains City's barometer. His presence on the pitch completely changes how opponents behave. No defender feels safe when he's around. He forces the backline to drop deeper, creates space, draws markers, and opens pathways for teammates. It's this constant sense of danger that Ekitike admires and hopes to reproduce at Anfield. For football lovers, this clash is a feast, a duel between an established present and a rising future. Haaland represents the pinnacle of modern efficiency, Ekitike the pursuit of excellence. Both are young, both are hungry, and both are determined to leave their mark on a match that could define the course of the season. What makes this story even more fascinating is the backdrop. Arne Slot, a manager rebuilding Liverpool piece by piece, betting on players with a winning mentality and a hunger for progress. He sees in Ekitike not just a striker, but a symbol of the new cycle taking shape at Anfield, an era where youthful talent blends with experience to form a side capable of challenging City's dominance. In the end, regardless of the result, one thing is inevitable. The name Hugo Ekitike is beginning to resonate powerfully across the Premier League. His humility in recognizing Haaland as an inspiration does not diminish him. On the contrary, it elevates him. It shows that he understands football not just as competition, but as learning. And when that kind of mindset combines with talent and hard work, the sky is the limit.